So there are some proper push-up forms that we can perform. So first up, we have to start down on all fours with your hands just wider than your shoulders. So to perform this, find a comfortable spot on the floor to exercise and get on your hands and knees. Put your palms flat against the ground so they're directly below your shoulders. Point your fingers point straight ahead. Look straight down and try your best to keep your head and neck lined on your back. And second proper push-up forms that you can perform is to extend your legs so they form a straight line with your back. And to perform this, walk your feet back as far as you can. Position your feet right next to each other or few inches apart. And balance your weight on the balls of your feet. Keep your legs and back as straight as possible throughout your entire setup push-ups. And also, avoid raising your hips too high or letting them side too low so that your body goes out of line. That's the second step of proper push-up forms. And we have third proper push-up forms. You have to lower yourself to the floor until your elbows are at 90 degrees. So to perform this, engage your core and breathe as you bend your elbows. Keep your back and legs straight as you bring your body down toward the ground. To stop when your chest is about 2 to 3 inches and 1.5 and 7.6 centimeter from the floor. Try to take 2 seconds to lower yourself. Try to take about 2 inches to lower yourself down so you have more control over your movements. That's the third part of proper push-up. Fourth proper push-up forms that we have to perform is to push yourself back up until your arms are straight. So to perform this, breathe out as you push your hands firmly against the floor. Lift your body up without bending your knees, letting your hips sag or raising your hips up. Once you straighten out your arms are back in your starting position, you've completed one rep. So to avoid this, avoid looking your elbows when you return to your starting position since you could risk injuring them. And secondly, if your arms start shaking or you can't fully get back into your starting position, don't sweat. Don't sweat it. Try to push your knees down. That's the fourth part to perform the proper push-up forms. And the fifth part, the last one to perform, is try to do as many push-ups as you can with good form. To perform this, see how many push-ups you can do in a row without breaking your form to find a good starting point. Add the exercise to your routine and take a rest day between each time you do them. As the push-up starts getting more manageable, try adding more reps or additional sets to your routine to challenge yourself and build more muscles. Okay? So for a good starting point, try doing 5 to 10 push-ups at a time. Once it starts feeling easy, try adding 5 reps at a time. So that's the fifth part of proper push-up forms.
How to do set-ups. Set-ups are an excellent core muscle exercise that target your abdominal muscles, hip flexors, and lower back. When done slowly and carefully, set-ups will not cause back and pain, and instead can aid digestions, build muscle, and improve posture over time. Read on for tips to help you conquer the set-up. Learn core crushing variations and add set-ups into your regular exercise routine. Step 1. Start by lying on your back with your knees bent. Set-ups work best if you do them on the soft surface, such as a mattress. Keep your knees bent at a 90-degree angle with your feet flat on the floor. You may be more comfortable if you lie on an exercise mat while you are doing set-ups. Step 2. Put your fingertips on the back of your ears. Your elbows should be bent and pointing out your sides. Cupping the back of your ears with your fingertips as opposed to placing them on the back of your head can help prevent you from pulling yourself up by your neck as you're doing set-ups. You can also cross your arms over your chest or hold your arms slightly above the floor so they are parallel to your sides. Step 3. Lift your torso up as close to your thighs as possible. Do this with a smooth, steady motion. Keep your feet flat on the floor. When you're done lifting your torso, your lower back should be off of the floor. Step 4. Lower your torso down to the floor so you're back in the starting position. Like you did when you lifted your torso up your thighs, use a smooth and steady motion as you lower it down. Once you're back in the starting position, you can repeat the exercise if you want to do more reps. Step 5. Do 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Give your body a minute or two rest in between sets. If you feel yourself struggling to keep good form, you do forward setups until you get stronger. If you're having trouble doing 3 sets, start with 2 sets until you're able to do more setups. For a more intense workout, try a different exercise to reach deeper muscles in your abdomen, such as a dead bag or plank. Step 6. Do setups 2 to 3 times a week. For the best results, you'll want to avoid doing setups every day. Your muscles grow the most when they're recovering. So it's important that you give your abs a day of in between workouts. For example, you could do setups on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then not to do any ab exercise on the days in between. For the last step, step 7, pair setups with other abdominal exercise for a better workout. Doing a variety of abdominal exercise is a good way to work out both your upper and lower abs, and it keeps your body working to adapt, which is good for muscles growth. Once you've gotten the hang of setups, try other ab exercise like crunches, flutter kicks, leg raises, and plank.
Step 1. Get into position with the bench behind you. You can use any starting bench or chair, such as a workout bench or even a park bench. You can even do this off the edge of your bed. Sit on the edge of the bench and put a hand down on their side of your legs. Your hands should be about shoulder width apart and straighten out your arms. Place your feet flat on the ground with your knees at a 90-degree angle. Raising your feet off the ground will make the exercise more challenging. For step number 2, tighten your core and lower your body off the bench. Squeeze your core muscles to tighten them. Move yourself off the front edge of the bench and use your arms to lower yourself down toward the floor. Don't go all the way down. Dip down enough that your elbows end up a 90-degree angle. For step number 3, keep your head on upper body straight. As you dip, make sure your body stays upright. Look straight ahead to remind yourself not to dip your head while you are performing a dip. Also, keep your elbows close to your body. For step number 4, hold the dip position for 1 to 2 seconds before pushing back up. When you reach the bottom of the dip, stay there for a couple of seconds. That will force your arm muscles to work harder while you hold yourself in a place. Once you held the position, move your body back up and keep your core tight as you do. At the top, lock your elbows momentarily. Step number 5, move yourself up and down without returning to the bench. Keep going for the whole set, doing 8 to 10 reps at a time. When you move your body, try to do it in a slow motion. Moving more slowly can work your muscles harder. And try to 3 sets at a time. For a variation, straighten your legs out in front of you instead of bending at the knees.